Hey yo, what's up? Well, it's me, Ezekiel to the Sea, but I also go by the name as a real name as Ezekiel. Well, of course. Well, unfortunately as a rapper, fortunately as like a talk taker, but I don't care if I can be a talk taker because sometimes I could do those on YouTube sometimes with whatever you guys want to. Well, I hope you're gonna like it because we're gonna talk about something like it's always good to be a Raider fan. So. Check this shit out. Well, being a Raider fan is always a Mexican's number one team in the NFL. Well, don't doubt me about that because I'm always a Raider fan since like back in 2006, since when I used to watch one of those Naomi that's a Raider safety or defensive, something like that. Well, we seen like Charles Woodson out there when I was a little kid. When we used to see one of those games against the Kansas City Chiefs with me, my sisters, and my parents. It was a nice game that we used to see since back in the days when you see the Charles Woodson and of course Tim Brown and Jerry Rice and then the most mimic players that Raider fans that I've ever seen out there in Los Angeles and the Oakland Raiders, and especially when they got drafted with Sebastian Janikowski as a great kicker, which is also known as the field goaler, and also Shane Lechler as a great punter, but he used to be here, but he already got traded from the other team, so at least we got Mark King, so that's good enough to see Shane Lechler, but as a great player since I was a Raider fan back in '06, well, I seen Shane Lechler out there, and Sebastian, Tommy Kelly, Naomi, John Marcus Russell, and Darren McFadden, Zach Miller, and more Oakland Raider fans that we used to see those like back in the times, like in the oldies days. It was really cool when I usually seen in the Oco Coliseum, but it changed the name as a full name, but I just can't say the whole thing because of the this year. They rechanged it a brand name. That was like Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. Well, that's a whole goddamn name I just used to just see. I just don't know why I changed it. That's crazy. And plus, they're going to possibility to relocate to Las Vegas, but so they're in progress. They're in waiting in progress right now. So we still need to see about those voters. If the voters get low, well, they have to stay in Oakland, or if not, well, they have to go to Las Vegas. So we'll find out, see if the Raiders go to Las Vegas to see if there's any votes, and also also for the for filemen as well too. But they already got filed to Las Vegas, so I'm just like, what? Where are the tickets at? But maybe someday if I might go to the Raiders game in Las Vegas, well, it might be awesome. But all I can see those new players, if they're going get something bigger, but they've been in the playoffs before since they played against the Texans, but we lost. But since we got Derek Carr here, we got Connor Cook, Matt McGloin, Mark Cooper, and also of course Michael Crabtree and Levitrace Murray and Seth Roberts, and most of them more Raider dudes that there haven't been going on. Especially we had got Khalil Mack in there, and DJ Hayden, TJ Carey, and DeAndre Washington, and the number 30 dude that he wears like a name like a number that says Steph Curry or something. Well, something named like Jalen something. Jalen Richard. Oh yeah, Jalen Richard. Well, those are the new guys that they're gonna look into it for the Las Vegas Raiders. So, well, I just don't know why the Raiders are moving to Las Vegas, because I know it's a greatest team in the whole wide world, first night in the NFL, because of that. They made out lots of great divisions. They are like made out of 15. Well, there was a good thing how the Raiders can make like a lot of like 15 divisions. Well, that's a good thing for the Raiders. But in the past, when they usually have like Oakland Raiders back in the 60s, they used to have been one of the biggest guys. They were been the best team in a decade since when they got Tom Flores, and also Daryl Hamarka and Bill Miller, and most of the rest of the old school Raider players, they've been there a lot, especially with Rod Martin and Cliff Branch as those great players, and Ken Stabler. Those are the guys they won in the Super Bowl before, since like back in 1976 and 1980. Well, those are the guys that were very, very extreme when the Raiders became so big, especially when they won in the championship for the Super Bowl for Los Angeles Raiders back in 1983. It was pretty awesome when you see the Marcus Allen when they got drafted. Well, it was really cool. Well, I love to see Marcus Allen as a great player, especially with Tim Brown and Bo Jackson. Well, Bo Jackson's not that bad. Well, I like know though those really good players for Los Angeles Raiders. But if you're a Raider fan, well, I don't care what they say. If you love the Lakers or the Dodgers, well, those are the teams you like. You know, I don't care what I say. Well, that's the property for this shit. Or probably the A's or Golden State. Well, I don't care what I say either. But I just like one of those teams like the Lakers. But I'm just mostly a big fan of it, or especially with the Dodgers sometimes, but not at all. But I'm into like the Bay as a Giants, but still good as a great team as a favorable, more than Dodgers. But I just don't understand about the rivals. Well, in that meantime, although you could just remember, the Raiders are the greatest team for Mexicans, but I don't care what colors you are, because if you're Chicano or Hispanic or any kind of ethnicity you are, well, it's a good thing, because I've never seen the Raiders became a famous team when they got Al Davis, when they had been started. Especially when they had San Francisco before, since 1960, before they moved to Oakland back to 1962. That's just so like history. I'm like, well, that's the greatest team I like, because when you see all the videos and all these records, Dynasty, all kind of stuff, you will see all of those Raider gears that I usually wear those, and then just say what kind of representative I am. You know what I mean? I chose the way the big it is. I chose the thing or what I do. You know what I mean? I don't care what the fan says. Well, if you keep beefing about the Raiders, well, somebody's gonna kick your ass if you say shit. You know what I mean? And I don't care what I say, because Raiders are the greatest team in the whole wide world. As a #1 team in the NFL for Mexicans. Especially the good teams, though, they're more better than 49ers, because 49ers sometimes, but mostly they win for the Super Bowls of all time. I don't see that this team went too far. You know what I mean? And I don't care about that team, but I know you remember you guys about the Battle of the Bay. It's great memories, but we still need to find about the Raiders' location and see if they're gonna make a deal or not, because there was other two teams that have been so poor and they just want to move, which is only the Warriors and the A's. Well, that's about it. Well, I'm just proud to be a Raider fan. Well, I really care about when the Raiders go into Las Vegas, but maybe someday I might go, because I have one of my cousins who live in Nevada. Well, I heard they're gonna have a training camp over there at Reno, Nevada, so don't miss it. Well, it's gonna be really fun over there, but it's gonna be like every single month or for the year, like in July. Well, hoping my guys like it, because if it's a goal, it's good to be a Raider fan. Just try to be cool and be silver and pride. You know what I mean? And just win, baby. It's just silver and black, and keep it real with all the great players that you love. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because I love about everything about the Raiders, but as of Los Angeles and Oakland, or especially Las Vegas, I guess. We'll still need to find out about the votes and how many they're gonna have, but I don't see the Raiders that have a lot yet. But we'll still need to find out till March and see if they're gonna continue it. So I think I feel like lucky for that if the Raiders gonna move. Just like when they did back in Los Angeles since 1982, before they go back to Oakland back in 1995. Because of the extensions that have been going up, and it takes like 10 years for the agreement and some shit. that's either one, especially with the A's when they got like 10 years agreement says like about 3 years ago. So that means maybe A's are gonna stay. I guess I don't know. So we'll find out about that shit later. So hope you guys all like to make a comment or like about the Raiders. So I know it's gonna be awesome. Well, it's good to see all of those the Raider players I see. Well, I've been there in the stadium like 2 or 3 times already. Well, it's been a great game to see all of those back in the 2011 season and then also the 2013 season as well too. It's nothing that bad. Well, the NFL is just always going crazy about that new new president of the NFL. They're just driving me crazy for about the Raiders for location. Well, that's alright. Well, they get used to one of those new lucky players, a new owner as Mark Davis. Well, it's because Al Davis passed away back in 2011. Well, I felt brokenhearted out there. You know, it's alright, but things will have been changed when Al Davis used to be as an owner back in the 60s since 1964, but he used to be a coach back in 1962 since when Eric was there, and you know, it's just been amazing. It's all about repping down in California and Nevada Raiders. It's all like San Francisco Raiders, Oakland Raiders, Los Angeles Raiders, and Las Vegas. I don't care what I say. It's all about silver and black and pride and joy. You know what I mean? So this is Eagle Eyes that I see. Well, just a moment. And just win, baby. And thanks for watching. It's always good to be a Raider fan. Talk to you.